Hey everybody, in this video we're going to go over something different than our usual videos. Rather than stock analysis, in this video I'm going to be presenting to you my moonshot idea in which Square should acquire Squarespace. I've been thinking about this quite a lot recently, and I think this is a great acquisition target for Square, but before we get into the details, please smash the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and if you haven't subscribed already, definitely subscribe. We're trying to hit the 1,000 mark. So let's get started. Moonshot idea. Square, ticker SQ, should acquire Squarespace, ticker SQSP. Let's get into the details. The more I think about it, the more this deal makes sense to me. Now, Square is disrupting banking, and in doing so, it has focused on serving businesses and serving consumers. Now, Square has been extremely successful targeting consumers through their Cash App. Cash App, as many of you probably already know, allows users to transfer money between each other. You can buy stocks on it now. You can buy crypto. They're even doing loans to people in a beta phase right now in certain locations, which I'm sure will eventually be available to everybody. And they'll continue to expand the consumer side. But then on the business side, the seller side, Square's also been very successful for the brick and mortar side of business with payment processing, point of sale, their hardware. They've basically made a one-stop shop, very nice designed hardware and point of sale experience if you want to open your own business and get selling right away. As you can see in the photo, these are a few of their hardware products that they've released to be able to accept credit cards and interact in physical retail spaces. Now, Square originally released this credit card reader that you can see on the screen, and it was built to go into the headphone jack of phones, and it was there to give anyone access to accept credit cards and interact and transact with their customers extremely easily. Because before this, being able to accept credit cards for the average person was actually somewhat complicated to get done. Now, I believe Squarespace holds a massive piece to the puzzle for Square to really be a one-stop shop for businesses. And that piece of the puzzle is basically easy to design e-commerce websites to be able to transact with customers online. Now, Square has brick and mortar on lock. Really, when you think of like the best POS system, in my opinion, I think of Square. I don't think of Clover, etc. But when you think of building a website to sell products online to a customer, you don't think of Square. Now, across both Square products, though, and their Cash App product, there is one thing that remains constant, and it's that Square has a high focus on design, so much so that even their quarterly reports are designed beautifully. And if you look here at the screen, I mean, that is the first page to the Q2 2021 shareholder letter. I mean, look at the design, the animation they created basically just for the cover page. They are very, very particular about design. They care about design. I believe Jack Dorsey, the CEO, has even said design everything in regards to when they first put out their first earnings report or something like that. Now, from my experience, many of me and my friends that conduct business use one of two options when we build our websites, and that is either Shopify or Squarespace. You don't think Square. Now, of course, there are other companies like Wix and many others, but the two that stand above everyone are Shop and Squarespace. Now, I believe Squarespace to be similar to Square in that they highly focus their model around design, the user interface, a very high-end design. Now, Shopify, in many ways, is the backbone to the internet. Their focus, I don't believe, is as much about high-end design or just website building, but rather about transacting online and being that backbone behind transactions, regardless if it's from a Shopify website or through Walmart or Facebook Marketplace or anywhere else. Now, as far as being able to actually complete the acquisition, if this was to ever happen, just so you guys are aware, Square currently has a market cap of $125 billion, whereas Squarespace only has a market cap of 5.8 billion. So Square could easily buy Squarespace in an all-stock deal, and it would strengthen its position as a one-stop shop for business, in my opinion. It would build on that ecosystem Square has and the synergies across Square's hardware and the online websites that you can build through Squarespace would complement each other tremendously. Many small things, even like inventory management between your website and your physical retail store, would just be tied in so much better together. Now, plus, this is a pretty silly one, but the names are literally perfect for each other. I mean, when I tell my friends about this idea I had recently the last couple of days, and I say, Square should buy Squarespace, they literally thought Square already owned Squarespace just because of the names. I mean, it's literally Square and Square. It's just Squarespace. So, obviously that doesn't hold anything financially, but it's just, match made. Now, personally, I think both Square and Squarespace are tremendous companies on their own. If this acquisition never happens, I still love both stocks for the long run regardless. Now, full disclosure, I have owned Square and Squarespace basically since IPO for both of them. I mean, my original price in Square was the $9 IPO price. Squarespace is a fairly new public company. I even bought some more shares today. So I like both companies. Now, if you want me to do a deep dive into Square or Squarespace or both, comment below. I'd be happy to go over the financials, business prospects, price targets, all of the jazz basically for both of them, either one of them. If it interests you, just comment below. I just wanted to focus this video on this moonshot idea I had that Square should acquire Squarespace. I think this would tremendously help them compete against companies like Shopify and really put a foot down in that they are the true all-in-one shop for businesses, banking, consumers, and all types of transacting online and in person. Now, thank you for watching. I'd love to know what you think. Do you think Square should acquire Squarespace? Comment below if they should or they shouldn't. And if you've made it to the end, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and until next time.